I've been working here at WEAP for a little over 4 years. It would have been 4 years this past October. When I first went to school, I originally started studying psychology to go into child psychology, but it just wasn't working well back then, so I switched to my next favorite, which was engineering. And I guess after 30 years of engineering, I just kind of decided, let's go back and work with children. So I made the switch, and I'm glad I did. I really enjoy the work. Usually the one thing I like to do with a lot of new techs, if I get a chance to speak to them, is never take anything the child says or does personally, because they're always going to say or do something that could be easily taken the wrong way, is the best way to put it. None of them do it personally. They'll do it to everybody and anybody. And that's part of the job, is helping them work through that, using appropriate words, because a lot of times their frustration comes out of their inability to communicate, and that's where we need to help them understand, okay, let's go this way, try this, try that, and you have to try different things with different kids because each one's different. And what worked for one isn't necessarily going to work for the other. Because I'm dyslexic is part of the reason I did it. My communication, I was nonverbal till 5 or 6. So in that aspect, I can understand a lot of the kids here, especially when they have communication difficulties, because I had the same problems growing up. And I can remember not understanding the programs always. What were they looking for? They'd show me, put a toothpick in this little hole, and I tried to pick it up, and I couldn't pick it up, so I'd slide it to the edge of the table and do this. And they'd say, no, try it again, and because I could never, and that would frustrate me, and I would just go, I'm done, just fold my arms and not do it anymore. And I see a lot of that in the kids here too. And I think my experience makes me more understanding of what they're going through. And so I'm always willing to kind of step back and say, okay, let's reevaluate and let's see how we can work this out. That's probably the best part about this job, is the leadership. Is you can pretty much go and talk to them about anything and get some level of support. If you have questions or you have having difficulties with something, they're willing to help you out. I'm not sure which one's more drastic. I had one had a lot of really bad behaviors, and we reduced that down to where he hardly had none, and we did that in about a 2.5 year span. He worked hard at it. He did all the work. We just helped him. Another one, being nonverbal and then being fully verbal after 4 years. That's always cool. And it's always a sad time when they exit and go to regular school, because you're like, oh, you spent so much time with them. You see them accomplish so much.